you guys, and welcome back. Now, when I do my videos on this channel, I will have MGTOW coming here saying, where's your proof? Where's your proof? Where's your proof? Now, even though I have listened to several of the videos of MGTOWs on YouTube, and rarely do they ever present proof in their videos. It's just them strictly talking from their emotions, from their mind, from their opinions. There's never anything that will back up what it is that they are saying. Now, they will attempt to provide statistics and things of that nature, but the problem with their statistics is many times they try to support their position that black women are the problem, so they show the part that pertains to black women, but they never ever turn around and give the part that speaks on black men, because if they did, then that would nullify their position that they're trying to make that black women are the problem. So I thought that I would give you an example of what I was talking about in my video Black MGTOW Confesses Part 2, where I talk about and I show examples of how black males have set up this environment to where they are participating in predatory behavior towards the women and children in their communities. And I wanted to highlight this. This is going to be exhibit because this highlights exactly what it was that I was speaking about in Black MGTOW Confesses Part 2. So you have someone at the top, the first comment says, I don't even believe in having serious discussions with women. Outside of sex and reproduction, what good is she? Now, if you scroll down and look at the bottom, so a user by the name of, has the username of Red Pill Lifesaver says exactly. So he's co-signing with what this Adijan Forrest is saying. Outside of sex and reproduction, what good is she? Now, I'm going to give you a closer look of his thumbnail picture. Now, he is one of the ones who keeps venturing into the spaces of women, in particular black women. And I've seen him enough to know that he is close enough to this little girl to where he can update his thumbnail with the updated picture of her. Because before he had a thumbnail that just had her in the picture, and now he has a thumbnail with her and a little boy in the picture. So it's someone that is at least a close relative of his. So if you will remember in that part 2, in Black MGTOW Confesses Part 2, I spoke about how these predatory black males seek to prostitute their daughters and turn their little boys into predators of their own people. So if he is saying that women are not good for anything outside of sex and reproduction, if he's co-signing with that, then there is no telling what he is feeling, what kind of idea, what kind of mindset he's feeling that little girl and that little boy with. To the little girl, you're not good for anything but sex and reproduction. To the little boy, you don't have to respect women. Don't respect your female family members. Don't respect women when you meet them out in the street, because they're only good for sex and reproduction. They're not good for anything else. So a lot of black males like this will go around saying that black women are the worst custodians of children. But you have him as a black male, and I'm assuming that he's grown, who one, has these babies' picture as his thumbnail. Two, he goes around to the spaces of women, in particular black women, spouting off filth and trash and harassment and all this other crap. And three, if he really feels like this, then this is the kind of mindset that he is passing on to those children. He's passing on to that little girl, you're not good for anything but sex and reproduction. And he is not the only one. See, this is the problem. That's why you see so much of this stuff going on with black girls, because they're being told by the men, by grown men, that's all you're good for. And then they're telling the little boys who are looking up to them, that's all these little black girls are good for, is sex and reproduction. And now this is just going to be Exhibit A. There will be an Exhibit B to further prove my point. But you see, this is why we have so many predators who are moving around and moving throughout the community in silence and under the cover, because you have these grown men who feel this way, so they feel nothing about preying on young black girls. And then you have all these other men who see this going on, who see this happening, who see him with this thumbnail of this little black girl, this little baby, and you don't see none of them calling him on it. But with all of this stuff that is taking place in the black community to our children, someone somewhere needs to call out this kind of behavior. So you men on here who come to me saying, trying to get on your high horse and talk about how much you care about children, and that's why you're doing this because of this, that, and the other, and you feel like children are being harmed. Why doesn't this concern you? Why doesn't it concern you that someone who has such close proximity to small children has this kind of mindset and is more than likely going to pass it on to this little girl, to where she feels worthless, to where she can be, a target for these predatory men? Why does it not concern you that he has such proximity to such a little small boy who probably looks up to him and idolizes him and looks at him as a role model? Is going to potentially turn into a predator of his own people one day. And this is why I say this, because there have been black men who have come to my channel and they will brag about, oh, I had my daddy, I had both my mom and my dad in my life. And this is why you see them acting the way that they do and acting in the same way as the predatory males, because they had some male like this who had this mindset, who was their role model, their idol, much in the same way that the pimps were the idol of these little young black boys in the neighborhood. They had these men as their idols and as their role models, so they sound just like the black males who doing all of this bashing and trashing and attacking and predatory behavior towards their own people, their own women and children. So I'm going to end this here because I don't want this to get too long, because like I said, there will be an exhibit B. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end this here. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I will be so happy to have you. You guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks.